Howdy, howdy. This is Tony Potter. We're here with Delivery 4 for our education technology course, CS6460. So, I want to talk a little bit about what we've done so far. So far, we've talked about how to read and write whatever we have in our Java editor to the local hard drive. We've also talked about how we can actually share files using the Google Drive interaction. The problem that we've had so far is that we have not gotten the full Google Drive interaction. We have not been able to get the read or write, and we have not been able to get the compile and execute. And actually, I think execute may be something that we will have to get rid of. I mentioned that in our previous weekly status check, that executing Java code in the client may be a bit ambitious. But I have some ideas for the other, and we're going to talk about those today. So the first thing I want to talk about is this idea of compiling Java code. And you may remember in my last deliverable, I talked about the class files that we could have to actually have the compiler compile code in memory rather than compiling from a closed file. And one of the ways I'm going to try and implement that is using the Google Cloud Platform. The Google Cloud Platform will allow me to create Java classes and actually run them on the Java. The problem that I have is with Chrome. Chrome doesn't allow you to run applets. And so I have to find another way to run Java code, which is going to be what's compiling the code that's submitted by the user. And probably the easiest way to do that, to implement that, would be to use these HTTP servlets using the Google Cloud Platform and using the Google App Engine. So that's where I'm going to be focused on for the next week and a half, trying to get that to work. So that's the main thing here, the idea of compiling code. And of course, I'm probably not going to be able to get to executing, but this definitely will be something I'm looking for follow-up after the course is over. The other issue that I've had is that I haven't been able to read or write to the Google Drive so far. I've had a lot of problem getting the links to work, getting permissions to work. That's part of the reason that we got SSL on our site, to make sure that we actually had a secure connection the entire way through. Still working with authorization, but I have finally got reading a file to work. So what I've been able to do is just select open from Google Drive, and using the picker, I can pick whatever Java file I currently have on here. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to our JCloud website. Right now, whenever I load the page, it comes up with the default hello world, and we have the ability to upload a file. So I can talk about uploading any file. Let me go to my Java folder and upload maze. That's going to upload this maze file here. I can even click download, and that's going to download it to my downloads folder. So if I go to my downloads folder over here, then this is the file that we end up getting from it. Now notice that it has the issues where the spacing is off, and I thought I had fixed that. Let me reload this page real quick. So this is our hello world with just our default, and if I click on download, this is going to give me the hello world, and if I click on that, then I can see that I do have the /n's and /r's in the right spot. So I thought I fixed that with the upload and download. I'll continue to work on that. But I did want to talk about opening a file. So I'm going to go ahead and hit open, and I'm going to choose one of these other files that I've got here. Maybe this 11's board sounds like a good one. So when I select it, you'll notice that the file name converts over to our new file name, and it does load this new Java file from the Google Drive. I'll go ahead and click this and select another one. Part of the problems that I'm having is that it actually does this twice, so I'm going to go ahead and load this file twice, and now this is the picture frame. So this is another Java file that we've got from our AP collection. And another thing that we talked about is how we can share these files using Google Drive. So if I click share source, then it'll bring up the share window, and I can go over to my other user, mistapotta@gmail.com. Make sure I save this. Just a little hey, I'm sending this to you. And now if I go to my drive, over here you'll see I've shared an item that I just shared just a few seconds ago. And if I switch over to another user's drive, this is the other user that I've got here, then what I'll find in the shared with me folder is I'll find that file. And so this allows me to share files with other people. So if I'm a student, I can actually share this file with my teacher. If I'm working collaboratively in a group, I can share this amongst my classmates. And of course, if I do have an issue of cheating, there are various tools that the teacher can use to check up on cheating using JUnit classes or using a website like turnitin.com. Those are things that I've used in the classroom to kind of take care of cheating that might go on. So what I don't have working at this point is the save buttons here, which allow me to save the source or save the output, or the idea of sharing the output. Once I actually get output down here saved, saving it is the tricky part that I'm having right now, but once it's saved as a file, clearly I can share it exactly the same way that I've shared this. The other thing I don't have working right now is the compile button, which mentioned I was going to, the technique that I was going to be using this upcoming week. This is our current website incarnation, jgloud.net. So what we have coming up in the following week and a half, 2 weeks, is to get saving set up, as well as to get the sharing of output and compiling code. So that's where we're headed with our 4th deliverable. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, this is Tony Potter. Have a great day.